You know, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a few things that I need to say up front that will, of course, serve as the intro to this masterpiece. And of course, you have seen the title. Now I'm going to give y'all a politically correct rant pertaining to these threats or alleged threats of one Cynthia G. I was sent the screenshot of the post where she had the Smith and Wesson and was saying that there were some men who were trying to find out where she stayed. And I must admit, when I read the post, part of me said it's not true, because I know that they're trying to push this propaganda that black men are so upset about what this Brad had to say about them. So part of me said, you know what, that's not true. But then the other half of me said, well, wait a minute. There are some black men who are dumb enough, because remember now, they're not the brightest bulb on the tree. They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Those Negroes cannot think critically. They don't have the ability to color within the lines. They're just simply not all that smart. So don't cash all your chips in yet. So I'm like in a flux. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Part of me says it's not true because of the propaganda that we're going to address in this video. But part of me also says, well, you know, black men are dumb enough to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to address that in the whole for y'all's 4th of July holiday. I'm going to give you the straight down the center of the plate, unedited, unscripted version. And then I'm going to share with y'all a photo that you have to see to believe. You know, I tell y'all I have a war chest full of this stuff. This photo here, let me put it this way. If you've heard my videos, and you most certainly have followed me and been following me down the rabbit hole, I constantly reference how they have an overinflated price tag. They think they're worth more than what they're actually worth. And when you see this photo, good God, you know, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna show you the photo, and then I'm gonna give you my commentary. I mean, trust me when I tell you this. You will not believe this photo. You're not gonna believe it. I know some of y'all are gonna probably think that this is one of my creations. It's not. This is not one of my creations. This is an actual photo of this sister, and I want y'all to see the shirt that she's wearing, the t-shirt that she's wearing, and what it says. I'm going to show you the photo. I'm going to give you my commentary along with the unedited, unscripted version of these alleged threats or threats, depending on what mood I'm in. One Cynthia G, you know what it is, Second Nature Like Breathing. If you want those videos, send me an email. I'm going to certainly get you the link. Now let me say this, because this is where I'm at. And like I said, this is what I can say on YouTube. We already know that the video is going to 9 chances out of 10 be shadow banned. We already know that the view count will be slowed or turned back in some cases. We understand that. So therefore, we have to be very politically correct, because anything can trigger someone to just flag the video. So I'm going to give you what I can say in this video And then in the plate, in the plate, in the hole, I'm gonna just let it go, and you get it straight down the center of the plate. Let me say this. There is no need for me to threaten to do harm to one Cynthia G or any of these other women. I don't condone it. I don't believe in it. I don't support it. And the reason why I do not support bodily harm or trying to do harm, looking up dirt or, doxing, I don't support that crap. And the reason why I don't is I can take Cynthia G, Nyla Says, Black Woman Sphere, Crystalline Kerrison, Brooklyn Blue, we can name them all day long. I can take their talking points and deconstruct them point by point. And I can even offer them suggestions on how they can strengthen their argument. I can take their argument apart piece by piece, point by point, offer them suggestions on how they can strengthen that argument, put it back together, and give it to them. And because I have the ability to do that, there is absolutely no need for me to seek to do any kind of harm to any of these females. Not when I can debunk what they're saying, as I have done in many of these videos. And I'm going to do again in this one. See, in order for me to be triggered or to be angry with what Brad had to say about black men, I would have to care what Brad thinks. I would have to care about Brad's opinion, and I don't. Likewise, in order for me to be triggered by Cynthia G or what Cynthia G says, I would have to care about Cynthia G's opinion or what Cynthia G has to say, and I don't. I just don't. Now, I'm going to push back against propaganda. Now, I'm going to do that. That I have to do that. I mean, I don't understand these black men who don't want to address this propaganda that is blatantly targeting them. You have to push back against propaganda. Because if you don't push back against propaganda, it's going to grow. So you have to push back against these narratives. You have to. So that's what y'all see me doing, not being triggered by what they have to say. I don't care what they have to say. That's their opinion. See, I'm not a black woman. I'm not putting any weight on what Brad says. I'm not waiting on Brad to speak and then say, well, my God, Brad has spoken. That's the end of it. No, that ain't me. Now, I know that's y'all, but then again, I know that y'all love Whitey. So, I mean, that don't come no surprise to me. As I told y'all in last week's rabbit hole, that doesn't shock me. It comes as no surprise to hear black women say this. But there is no need for me to even attempt to get angry over their position. I'm going to push back against the propaganda. And what's the propaganda? The propaganda is twofold. That we are angry over what this Brad had to say, and that we are concerned over black women saying they want to move on from us, and because these other races of men want them. And that has us bothered. That has us in our feelings. This is the propaganda. Now, when I hear narratives like that, I got to push back against that. I have to push back against that. I have to. Why? Because I'm a black male. So this whole notion that what Brad has to say about black men has us in our feelings that we are attacking Cynthia G and threatening her. No, there's no need to threaten her. Her talking points can be easily debunked, as can the women who support her. I mean, you got some women who support Cynthia G who make videos. this this shit is comical, man. I mean, you got some women who support Cynthia G who are married, who make videos, and when you look at their husband, come on, man. I mean, really, I mean, we're on YouTube. Let me say that for the whole, man. Let me take a sip of this, because y'all got me already thinking I'm doing a whole. Look, I'm gonna be politically correct here, but at whole I'll deal with it a different way. Some sisters who pat Cynthia G on the back, who support her three trash bag dusty analysis, are actually married to men who actually can fit that criteria. And so at some point you have to wonder, well, how does he miss fitting into that criteria? Because we all look and we like, well, if you talking about three trash bag dusties, there you go right there. There go one right there. So that actually debunks the whole talking point. The whole narrative is debunked by the people that's on the platform. So there's no need to sit around and threaten or try to do bodily harm to this sister. I don't condone that. I don't support that. Debunk what she's saying. It's easily done. Just like when she would produce those videos talking about who black men date. With the white women, and showing black men with fat white women. I mean, that's a white racist talking point. That's what you would hear on your chimp manias, your Nazi alt-right websites. That's their talking point. That's what they say. The black male can only get these fat white women, and we know that's easily debunked. I mean, it doesn't require but a simple Google search, an image Google search, to debunk that. You don't need to burn no midnight oil debunking that narrative, debunking that entire series. I mean, it's comical to look at because you try to be fair. You try to be fair. You try to be balanced. And so the sisters are saying that, Brad was right. Hashtag Brad was right. And we agree with Brad. Oh, that's fine. We understand that. We're not angry over that. And now they come back and say, well, y'all angry or y'all threatened because we are waking up and we're now no longer dealing with y'all, and all these other races of men want us, so we leaving and we leveling up. And I done already showed y'all that's poppycock, man. That's just the numbers just don't support that. I mean, it just don't, man. I mean, I don't know what else y'all want from me. The numbers don't support the propaganda. The propaganda is that all these other races of men are checking for black women. They want them. They're thirsting. They're lusting after them. That's what the propaganda is. Or that's what the propaganda says. But when you look at the raw numbers, the numbers suggest something different. And so when you tell a sister, listen, sister, I'm not mad, I'm not angry. If you want to go and explore your dating options, I'm on your side. I'm with you. I've told you, listen, if you want to leave, I'll help you pack. I'll help you pack. No problem. Don't listen, baby. If you want to go, I'm here to help you pack your stuff up. But like I said, listen, let's be clear on this now. Once you gone, you gone. There ain't no coming back. You don't get a chance to go off and hop the fence and then go have 3 or 4 mongrel babies, half-breed babies, and when that relationship tanks, you don't get a chance to come back, hop the fence, and come back and show up in these spaces talking black issues. No, baby, no, hell no, fuck that. Uh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Now see, the black that lets you know the black woman thinks she's that white woman. See, the white woman has that luxury. Yeah, she does. The white woman can deal with a brother, as I've said in many videos. If she deals, let's say she deals with a brother on the East Coast, she's dating him. Everybody knows, hey, she's dating that black guy. And she gets tired of playing in the jungle, and she wants to become a pure, pristine Becky. All she has to do is just relocate. She just relocate, and hell, when they see her, hey, blonde hair, blue eye, hey, that's Becky right there. Unless they know her dating history and know that she used to date black men, and or unless she messed up completely and had a biracial child, if she don't have that to worry about and she relocate, she's just another white girl. She has that luxury. Now the black woman think I can go over here and hop the fence, and when this relationship tanks, come back and I can still be black. No, baby, no. No, you don't get to come back and lecture black people on black issues with a house full of biracial children. What the hell wrong with you? And the fact that you Negroes allow that only tells me that you Negroes who call yourselves pro-black, black first, back to Africans, y'all fake and phony. Because that's the first criteria. Look, baby, no, we can't, no, it ain't happening. We ain't gonna say you can't come to the function, but lecturing and being up on having wrenches and all that, no, you can't do that. Not with no house full of biracial children. If you were so concerned about black issues, you would have stayed here. You don't get a chance to come back now that that relationship with that white man then tanked. And think you can come back here and still talk black issues to black people? No, baby. You go talk white issues to that white man you was married to. Go do that. Go be concerned about Brad's issues. Since that's who you married, that's who you had the children with, be concerned about his issues. Let us handle this. We know it's fucked up, but it's our fucked up. Let us deal with it. Since you wanted to hop the fence and leave, you left, stay there. You go out in the snow, stay out in the snow. See, that's why it's propaganda, y'all, when they talk that crap that we so concerned. We're not. We're not. You want to go by. Here, let me get that box for you. Let me get this for you. You don't know how to drive a truck? I'll drive it for you. You want to go, go. See, that's propaganda, man. That's part of the propaganda that they're pushing, that we are so concerned and we're so bothered by them leveling up that, we're in our feelings, and now Brad is speaking out against us, and the black man is just accepting L's. No, the black man ain't accepting nothing. Because the numbers don't support y'all's propaganda. And I'm going to be plain, but I'm going to try to be politically correct here because I have to be. But in the whole, I'm going to let my hair down, if so to speak. I don't have any, but y'all know what I mean. Listen, let's boy, man, let me take a sip of this, man. We gonna reason this. We gonna reason this, y'all. Okay. Let's try to reason this out. Let's reason this out, y'all. Look, if the black woman is saying, I'm single, or I'm chronically single because I refuse to settle, And when she says that, we know she's talking about black men. Because after all, in her mind, and according to the propaganda now, we are beneath her. So that's why I'm single, because I refuse to settle for you. I don't want to, I'm not doing the struggle love piece. You're a Dusty. So I'm opting to remain single. This is the reason why I'm hashtag divesting. This is the reason why I'm trying to level up. I don't want to no longer deal with you. Okay, we got that. We got the memo. We read the memo. We chuckled after reading it, and we threw it in the trash as we continued to watch the game. But we got the memo. We got the memo. So now that you have leveled up, you have hashtag divested, you no longer deal with us. Why are you still single? Why? And again, look at y'all's colored sector of YouTube. That's all you have to do. Look at y'all's colored sector of YouTube. All of these women who produce this toxic black male bashing content, all of them are single. They're single. But they've leveled up, they hashtag divested, they're so feminine, they're resting in their femininity, but they're single. See, the numbers don't support the propaganda. Why? Because if you were single because of us, and that mythical pool that they always talk about of eligible black men drying up homicide, prison, homosexuality, they're married, they're pastors, blah, 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 blah. That pool is drying up. Plus, they didn't hashtag divested from us. So we're not even in the equation. So once you eliminate us, and since all these other races of men are checking for you, then your marriage numbers should skyrocket. After all, you got so many men checking for you, not just white men. You got Asian men, you got, Hispanic men, you got Jewish men, you got Indian guys, you got everybody's checking for you, baby. So once you eliminate the Dusty, all these other dudes should have just swept you off the market. They should be putting rings on it. You should be out, flossing, but you're not. The numbers don't support the propaganda. The propaganda says these guys are checking for me, they want me, and they only didn't want to approach me because they were worried about you. But once I make it known that you're no longer in the picture, you're no longer even a eligible candidate, all of these other guys are going to step in and swoop me off my feet and put a ring on it. That's the propaganda. But the numbers don't support that. The numbers don't support that, baby. I don't care what Crystalline cares and says. She cannot produce 10 successful relationships. And don't go over YouTube because she tried to do that before. It was slick. It was slick. She produced all these interracial relationships. See, he don't know what he's talking about. Look at all. No, baby, no, stop. No, I know there's 10 that you can find on YouTube. We're not talking about 10 on YouTube. We're talking about 10 in this colored sector of YouTube. Because those other women that you found who are in relationships, they don't talk that toxic content bull crap about black men. I mean, after all, why would they? They're with a white dude. I mean, what white man is going to idly stand by and listen to his woman do nothing but talk about black men all day? I mean, at what point did he say, well, wait a minute, baby, shit, I'm not black. You sure you with the right one? I'm a white dude. I thought you wanted to be with me. I thought you loved me. I thought you're with me, but all you talk about is black men. Not being you talk about them in a negative light, but you're still giving them energy. Give me that energy. Get over here and suck this. I mean, whoa. Hold Whoa, y'all got me thinking I'm in the hole, people. I mean, what white man would want that? What white woman would want to be with a dude and all he talks about is black women? What? I mean, baby, are you sure you don't want to be with one of them? I mean, that's all you talk about. No, the numbers don't support the propaganda, y'all. It just don't. I mean, I mean, at some point, y'all have to call this what it is, man. This is fantasy island, man. This is mythology. That you have all these guys checking for you, but yet y'all chronically single. And I'm not. Listen, y'all. This is from a dude who has no intention. I've never been married. I have no intention on ever being married. When people would make videos talking about he just mad because his wife left him, I laugh. Man, y'all, you ain't gonna never have me standing in front of no preacher exchanging no vows with no one. Come on, stop. That ain't happening. That's not even, no. I've lived with a female once. I would never do it again, and I'd advise nobody to do that. But that marriage piece, wrong guy. Just wrong guy, man. I ain't going down. You're not putting no ball and chain on me. Fuck that. I'm cool. So when these sisters try to push this propaganda that's not supported by the numbers. The notion that we're concerned, we're not. We're not. We say go. I mean bye. I mean, I'm not trying to keep you somewhere you don't want to be. You want to go. Because I'm gonna tell you what the numbers do support. You want to know what those numbers do support? The fact that all of these women, all of them, y'all call the roll. All of these women. There's only one, and there may be 2 or 3 others that really aren't as popular or make that many videos. But of the ones who are known in y'all's Negro sector of YouTube, there's really only one relationship, and that in of itself deconstructs itself. I mean, other than that, the rest of these sisters are single. They're single, and they didn't leveled up, they hashtag divested, they didn't moved on from black men. But now the numbers, you know what those numbers do say? The numbers do say that these other races of men aren't taking those relationships past the boiler room, the bathroom, the locker room, the trash dumpster, the woods. Those relationships aren't going past those places. Because that's the only place that those relationships really thrive. And I'm being as politically correct as I can here, y'all. Those relationships do not go past that boiler room. After he zips up his pants and leaves out that boiler room, that relationship is over. She may run out that boiler room after. Are you going to call me later? Let me stop. You know what? Hold on, man. Let me go on and wrap this video up, man, because I'm gonna have to save some of this for the whole, man. Y'all gonna have me get the video flagged off of YouTube, man. I tried to be politically correct, tried to be as nice as I could, but this is the reason why when y'all get the whole, I just go ham, because I'm forced to produce the video this way, and I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to be forced to do this, but we know what it is. So I do it this way, but then when I get the chance to let my hair down, you know, and for those of you who've asked me about the Free Speech Avenger, yeah, I'm still loading up on them. Matter of fact, this weekend's videos will be there. So no, I haven't stopped loading up on that site. But if you want these videos for y'all's holiday, you know what it is, Second Nature Like Breathing. Send me email. I'm gonna get you the link. Because I'm gonna deal with these Cynthia G threats, alleged or real. You know, like I say, I'm caught between the two. But we're gonna address that straight down the center of the plate. And then I'm gonna show y'all this photo. A photo that you're not gonna believe it. I still don't believe it. But yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I know her. And I know how she thinks. I know she thinks that what she has is gold. I mean, that's the way they think. No matter how beat up it is, no matter how used and abused, written hard and put away wet, she think that stuff is gold, man. Let me stop. Let me leave it right there. Y'all know what it is. Secondary joint breathing. You want those videos, send me an email. I'll get you the link. Because at the end of the day,